Well, my name is Alex. I run the retail store here at Chemical Guys, and the car is a E46 BMW M3. Was produced in 2004, so it means it's almost about 11 years old now, and I decided to repaint it. It took a while, it took about a month to get painted. He stripped out every part, sanded it, he fixed every little ding and dent, he primered it once again. He redid every seal that you see on the car itself. He redid the headlights, of course. I want to go ahead and start polishing, but I know I shouldn't because the paint is obviously still soft. The car got a little chipped up from the track. I did some modifications. I used to, basically abuse the car, but I decided, you know what, this has been my dream car. I want to treat it right, and I decided to paint the whole car, just have it in mint condition because the car's now a collector's item, and it's one of the most desired BMW models there is.
Good morning. It's a very hot day here in the detail garage, and today we're working on repainted cars. It's a lot going on with repainted cars, and there's a lot of different reasons that cars get repainted, so we're going to talk about all that. We just introduced you to Alex and his 2004 BMW M3. This is story A for us today. This is a car that somebody cares a lot about. They wanted it to look better. They took it to somebody they know that does a good job painting cars. They did a really nice job painting the car. We saw those behind the scenes pictures of them actually going through the process and painting each part individually, baking that paint in and really taking the time to do a great job. However, that being said, even somebody who does this professionally, we pull this car into our garage here, we take a little bit of a closer look at it, and we can see micro scratches and marring marks over the entire surface of this vehicle. So what that tells us is that this vehicle, after it was done, polished and painted and all those different things, they wiped it down with a less than quality towel. And that right there, before it even pulled off the lot again, came back to us with a few minor micro scratches, as well as some contamination just from being out for a few short days. So as he said, he's been letting this sit around, but the point of this car is that it's only been done about a week and a half ago since this car got painted. It's too early to do anything to this car. We don't want to put any chemicals on it. We don't want to polish it. We don't want to clay it. We don't even want to wash it. We want this car to sit in a shaded area that's in LA, no shortage of warmth, and try to keep it away from dust. So an indoor garage is the best situation. That's exactly where Alex is keeping it in an indoor garage, closed, away from the sun, but it's very warm. So he's incubating this car and really helps sealing the paint to the other layers below it. Because this car was repainted, actually this is the second time it's changed colors. So when we get to the paint gauge in a minute, you're gonna see is a very high level of paint that's covering this car. Now, if you're out there and you're looking to buy a new car, you want to know definitely if your car has been repainted, where it's been repainted, and why. If, like story A, the car has just been repainted to look better, that's fantastic. That's somebody who cares about their car and wants to get the best look out of it, so they put some money into it. Then we get to story B, but we're not going to talk about story B yet. So let's pop open the hood, and we'll show you a few telltale signs that a car has been painted, something you might want to just pay attention to. And this also gets into the quality of the person who did the vehicle painting and the detail that they did afterwards. And when I say detail, automotive detail, because you're going to have polish, you're going to have wax, you're going to have compound in these different areas of the car, and how well they clean those out is an indication of how well the professional was at painting the car and their passion for their job. This car looks immaculate. Inside these small rails right here, you don't see any compound, you don't see any wax. It's very clean. And so you don't really have a lot of indicators here that you would normally see in another car that's been repainted. You would normally see that in these areas. However, what we can see is right here at these connection bolts, and again, we'll have to take some pictures after the fact because it's really nano. Down here at this level, you can see what's called witness marks, and this is where they actually undid the bolt and released the bolt to take this piece off, repaint the entire piece, and then put it back on. This is a clear indication that this piece has been replaced, been repainted, has been removed basically, and then put back on. So that's something that you can look for. Also in these crevices, like I said, compound, wax, because after they paint it, they're gonna go ahead and polish it. So there's a couple things you can look for in here. There's a whole bunch of other things. You can look down into the wells, look over the car, but this car was really done very well. So I'm pretty happy with what I see here. Getting to the hood real quick, so let's check the paint levels. We got our trusty paint meter here. If you're not sure what a paint meter is, you can check our Detail Garage series. We get into paint meters pretty deep, I think around episode 3, so you can check that out. So this is a paint meter. It's gonna tell you either a micron or a mil. So we just simply put it on the surface of the car, and it gives us a reading of 277. 277. 277 is very high. 277 microns is about the depth of about 4 pieces of copy paper. Your standard paint on a car is normally about 1 piece of copy paper. So this has a lot of paint on it. Like I said, it's been repainted twice. It was original factory paint, then it was painted again, and then last week, 2 weeks ago, it was painted for the 3rd time. So you have many, many layers of paint here, but it all goes together pretty well. A couple other areas in the car that you can start to look at, you know, for the quality of the paint job and if it's been repainted is along these weather strippings. Here, when you get really close, you can see that there's still some compound and some polish and some wax that wasn't buffed off 100%. And then so there's some residual there. You might also get in this rail drip edge right here, you can definitely often see compound and polish. In the BMW, they have these sport rack attachment areas. Even in here, they really took the time. I mean, there's some you can get in there and see there's some compound polish dust and things like that, but they really took the time to get in there and do a fantastic job. Really happy with this car. I'm glad that Alex got it repainted. It looks good. He's gonna enjoy getting back to the track and ripping it up. Now, let's go to storyline B. Storyline B is a young lady who likes to play Mario Kart with her car. So let's call her Crash Bandicoot. And she hits basically everything that she sees. She had the entire car redone, just received it last night. And brought it back to work this morning, and I saw this as a great opportunity to compare 2 different stories, 2 different lives of a car. You have a car that's really taken care of, is kept in a garage when it's not being used, and taken care of, not hit anything, painted for passion, painted for the look, and then you have someone else who runs into a lot of things, and that's okay, you know, she'll get there. And at that point, then she takes it, she calls her insurance company, they find the lowest bidder, and they're gonna go ahead and repaint her car. Now again, from where you guys are sitting, both of these cars look shiny. I know that, but look past the shine. There's a lot of other things that you can start to see and about the quality of the work. Already, real close, I can see that this quarter panel is not matching the front bumper very well. There's a dip in the angle. The separation is bad. The paint's diffused and it looks like the light's refracting. I see a lot of scratches, a lot of marring marks, and a lot of contamination. Getting even closer, a couple things that you can identify, again, versus paint job. Here you have the front bumper part, which in this area has been painted. That's a clear indication that this piece was off of the car. They painted the entire thing and then simply slapped it right back on. Now if we, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move, this is gonna take a second. As we get into, oh, where to go? No, I was in the right spot. Here it is. And again, you have to get really close to look at these kind of things, but this is what we do here at Chemical Guys. We look really close at these cars. They didn't even wait for the paint to dry before they bolted it back in. So these witness marks here actually tell a different story than that car over there. This tells me of a low quality paint job. They just slapped on the piece, they tightened it down before the paint was even done. And because of that, you have some reverse witness marks. I don't even know if that's the right term, but in my mind, that's what makes sense. So what got replaced and what got repainted? Again, this one's a bit of a mystery. We looked at it for a while this morning, excuse me, and we're not 100% sure what this car's got. I just put some nice greasy palm prints on the hood that I'm gonna have to take off afterwards, but this hood looks like a factory hood. And at 77 microns, that's right at the level as it should be coming from the factory. Now, if we look at a different portion of the car, let's look at this fender, which we also know is part of the work. 336. That's a significant difference from this piece to this piece. So what that tells me is they most likely used Bondo underneath that paint, and instead of replacing the part, they simply repaired a broken part and painted back over it. I guess you get what you pay for, so that's, you know, one thing or the other. Plus, again, along the weather stripping, I just see consistent errors. The gappage here between the quarter panel and the hood, and again, they went down the whole side. So the point is, 2 different things, well, 3 different things. Why was a car painted is gonna be one of 2 things. You want it to look better, or you wanna fix some kind of damage. Someone wanted to look better, someone wanted their insurance company to fix the damage. So you have 2 different cars. From stepping back, they look pretty shiny. But here's the ultimate question that it comes back to, and a question that we receive all the time is, are your products safe to use on repainted cars? Are your products safe to be used on vinyl? Are your products safe for this? Are your products safe for that? Of course our products are safe for that, but we cannot be held responsible for the low quality work that other people do and then slap those products onto something that's not ready. If the paint hasn't cured, if any number of reasons, if the vinyl's low quality, if the adhesive on the backing of the vinyl, any one of these problems is out there that we can't anticipate on your end. So as we say all the time, always test products in an inconspicuous area before applying them to the rest of the vehicle to assure that you're going to be satisfied with the work that you're going to put into it. So again, always look into what you're getting, what you're buying, think about the process, but overall, we got two different kinds of cars here. Both need to be weighted to be polished and to be sealed. I mean, because that's the next process. That's really let's wrap it up with that, because these cars are both repainted. They both need love and attention, but they're not ready yet. They need to cure. They need to get ready. Even the paint in your house on your walls can take up to 30 days to cure. So an automotive clear coat and an automotive paint, you want to give it time. Once we've given it some time, then we're going to pull it in, and it's just like a regular new car that we want to detail. We're going to wash it, we're going to clay it, we're going to polish it, we're going to glaze it, we're going to sealant it, and then we're going to wax it, and it's going to look great. And these cars are both going to look fantastic. This one's going to look a little bit better for a little bit longer, but it's a Nissan versus a BMW as well. So a lot to think about. Just a quick informative video for you right here from Chemical Guys. This is Corey. If you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, press that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and if not, leave me a nasty comment. Remember, stay clean, have fun, and keep on detailing.